Okay, as you can see where we left off, I have uploaded the logo, so it now fits within the header. One thing I did forget to mention is the templates, the headers themselves, they do have settings that you can customize. So if you don't want that button on there, for instance, you can click, turn that off, update that, and then when you refresh it, that button will be gone. So you can customize that header however you would like, basically within these settings here. For purpose of this, we'll go ahead and turn these on. We'll keep the background white. Oops, not. There we go, make it white. 100%. There we go. Let's get that updated. Okay, got the button back, and we're going to keep going from there. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start adding some pages. So basically what you want to do is you want to create pages on your website. Now what a page is if you, for instance, if you look on the Balloon Suite website, you'll notice there's links up here to different pages. We have an about page, we have the home page, which we're on, pricing page, your blog page, the login screen page, and then the page to purchase now. So each one of these are a different page. If you go to it, you'll notice the URL or the top changes and the content changes. So each time you click something and the content changes, that's a new page. And you want to be able to create all these pages. So for here, it'd be home page, about page, pricing, blog, login, and purchase. So for your Balloon Suite website, we're going to want to go ahead and create here. Now we have a home page, obviously, already built, nothing on it. Now if you go here to website and pages, you'll notice there are already two pages. These are system pages. It's your shop page and your home page. So this is where you can control everything that's on your home page. So if I wanted to put some text in there, I could, and it will show some text in there. Obviously, you can edit it, but this is where you can control. We'll go into more details of how to do that. But the first thing we want to do is want to figure out which pages that we want. So I'm going to figure out my navigation bar. So for this, I'm going to have a home page. I'm going to have a page for balloon decor. I'm going to have a page for balloon twisting and contact and about. Okay. So let's go ahead and pull it up here. Because if you go into pages, all pages, I'm going to create some new pages. So we're going to add a new page. We're doing an About Us page. Go ahead and publish it. So now I have a new page. If I go in here, you'll notice I can click the link here. It'll pull up the page and it has About Us. And if I click this to go back home, you'll notice this About Us page changes. The content doesn't because there's no content on either one. But those are completely different pages that can have separate content. Okay, so we already have the About Us page. And then we're going to add another page. So for this one, we're going to do Contact Us. On this page, there's going to be a contact form and information on there. Go ahead and publish it. And if you notice as I'm doing this, these links are not showing up anywhere. These pages are not visible, so no one knows what they are. But if you go to them in the URL directly, they are definitely there, and they're viewable if there was content on them. So we're just going to create the page, and then what we'll do is we'll add them to the top bar up there. So the second thing I want to do is I want to have a balloon decor dropdown. So I want to have a dropdown item, and in the dropdown you'll see all the different balloon decor items, and we'll kind of show you how that works. But because it's a drop down, the parent page is not an actual page. Like parent drop of what's listed up here is not a drop down because it will not actually click anywhere. So I'm going to create a page for all of my services. So all the services that you offer, it could be balloon arches, balloon columns, whatever services you offer. You want to make sure each service has its own page. And the reason you do this, as I'm doing this, I'll explain it to you, is when Google comes to your website and someone searches balloon columns, for instance, Google wants to send them somewhere that's most relevant. So it's going to scan all of your pages, and each page is going to have a topic or a category that it goes under. And that's in basically when someone searches what that category is, you're more likely to show up under that because that is the category of that page. So if I was to search balloon arch in your area, you are a lot more likely to show. It's possible not to, depending on your competition, but you're a lot more likely to show if you have a page that's dedicated to balloon arches. If you just have a general services pages that lists all the different options, there's not a specific category on there. So it's hard to be shown under that because you don't get a lot of traffic, or you don't get there's not a main keyword. So if you have a services page that has balloon arch, balloon columns, all your services on one page, Google's going to look at that. It's going to say, what's the main topic? And it's going to probably balloon because all your services will have balloon in it, or a lot of them will. But after that, it's kind of in the air, and they're all competing with each other. So you're a lot less likely to show, and if you do show, you're going to most likely be a lot lower. So, I mean, there's a lot more that goes into it than just the content on the page. That is by far the most important part, and the easiest thing to do is to separate out all of your services by a page. It is more work and it is more content that has to be written, but I can guarantee you, you will get a lot more traffic from the search engines if you do it this way. So we have our pages here. Now I want to go and add them to the website so you can see them. Nothing up here yet. So the first thing we're going to do is go here to the navigation. This is how you can control the header navigation bar. So we're going to add a link. So first thing I want to do is I want to add the Balloon Decor products as a drop down. So I'm going to just add a custom link. And you can put whatever you'd like here. It's not actually going to be a link. As a web developer, web designer, the pound sign is basically kind of like a link that doesn't go anywhere. But you don't have to, but that's kind of what I do because it's known within the industry. So now I have my Balloon Decor page. I'm going to add these pages that I created. So if you notice, I have the Balloon Decor and I have Balloon Arch. Now if I go here and refresh, Balloon Decor, Balloon Arch, they're separate. And you'll notice I click here, it goes to the balloon arches. But if I click on Balloon Decor, it's just going to add a pound sign because that's what we put in there. So what I want to do is I want to drag this up here and make it a child, so it's a drop down. So now when you go back and refresh, Balloon Decor has become a drop down. When you click it, Balloon Arches is listed underneath it, and you can click on it. So that's what I mean by, refresh the cache, there we go. So that's what I mean that this page itself, it will not actually be, it's not a page, because when you click it, it doesn't do anything, it just shows, it'll shows the drop-down items. So you can make this a page. If I was to do it backwards, officially this works, but with how programming works, all of a sudden this Balloon Arches page is no longer clickable because it's a parent of the drop-down. So you want to make sure, obviously, if it's a page you want your customers to go to, that this link is not going to be clickable. And that's kind of a newer way. You might see some websites that have it, but it's not, it's basically not a, they have changed to make it more ADA or more friendly for screen readers and blind people and things like that. These drop downs, instead of hovering and they fall down, they have to click on it as a button. And it's a lot more user friendly. So yeah, so you just want to make sure that that top page is not going to be clickable. So we'll go ahead and add all of our other services here. Centerpieces, columns, sculptures, balloon twisting, contact us, and then the About Us page. Oh, organic decor. And then the About Us. Okay, so the rule of thumb with your navigation bars, there's no rule that's going to hurt you. I mean, there's no laws or anything, but there's kind of an unwritten rule that on the right-hand side of the screen is always your contact information, or the links. And on the left is always the About Us. And it's more of like what people have become to expect and where they're going to look. It's been proven that if you do change that up, it can affect the effectiveness of the links in your website. So we're going to move all the balloon items as these drop downs, balloon sculptures, organic decor. I'm leaving balloon twisting as its own parent because it's not really decor, depending on the type of twisting you're doing. Obviously, if it's doing twisting balloon animals for kids and stuff, that's different than twisting with the decor. So if it's within the category decor, put it in there. If not, leave it out here. For now, I'm leaving this out here. So now we'll go back here. We'll notice there are now 1, 2, 3, 4 things. And now we got a problem that it looks a little bit off. So the one downfall of this header is that you don't have a lot of room because everything is more compact. So if you find yourself needing these, you can always go to the settings, template, and change it to the boxed look. And that'll give you a more boxed look. So you'll see now all of a sudden these navigation bars are a lot more user-friendly. There, see that? But we're going to stick with the horizontal. We're going to try to make it work. So we have the horizontal here. And what I'm going to do for now is remove the Order Balloons Today button and give it some more room. There we go. So now we have the About Us Decor, Balloon Twisting, and the Contact Us page. And each one of these have their own content. Perfect. So now we have our header, we have our links, we have our pages set up, and now we're going to go start adding content to each one of these pages in our next videos.